go live.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Well, it says we're live. As usual.
Let's see if it's legitimate.
Are you lying to me?
Are you full of crap? Possibly. No, we are actually live, dude.
I, of course, forgot to upload a thumbnail. Your boy is all over the map today.
Busy day.
I did play a little bit of my Minnesota franchise. Not a ton. I did play a very, very, very little bit of it.
That was a fantasy draft, yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, we're murdering people. I was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm still murdering people. That's good, I guess.
I've still got it. Yeah, I on my list of to-do list, I should say, is hook up my Xbox because I got the itch to get on the Nashville franchise. And your boy picks up vacay time next Tuesday, the 19th. So, yeah, finally going to get to take a little bit of a break from that fucking place.
Well, and also your situation settled down, not to get too deep into it.
Oh,
but
dude. It's so, yeah, there's a reason your boy's been absent, folks, for the last couple of weeks. Moving blows, as any adult knows. So, yeah, man, it mental's a lot better than it's been in a while.
Good.
For sure. So it's like almost back to like resuming regular activities.
Hey.
You know, it feels good, man. And it's football season. Hockey's close. So it's hitting its stride at the right time, man.
Dude, and I forgot last time.
Oh, we sucked, man.
I'm looking at these like 3 all losses. I think we may have played 4 and they were all losses.
Yeah, we were getting very mad and upset because it was probably collectively our worst evening.
Yeah.
As captains of the San Jose Sharks. It was not a good night. So, I mean, honestly, maybe it was a good thing that we took a bit of a break.
Maybe.
It wasn't scheduled. Like, it wasn't supposed to be like that big of a break, but maybe it's a good thing. We'll see. I mean, we got the bees.
4-4-3, our record, which is a far sight from how we started.
Was not the way things began this year. Trades are still popular. Yeah. Everybody's trying to get our 47,000 picks.
Yeah, that's true. But is this Kulak cat who we want? Do we have problems on the D? I don't
think. To be honest with you, I don't even know who Buddy is.
Yeah, I don't know that name. Kulak.
So, yeah, it sounds like a dude that might have played 20 years ago. He sounds like an Atlanta Thrasher.
I'm going to go ahead and decline.
Yeah, you stay in Winnipeg, Kulak. We're good.
Boston went ahead and won another game before they played us.
So all right, that bodes well for us.
That's good.
Hooray! So it can't go worse than last time, is what we'll tell ourselves.
Yes. So here's hoping that it does indeed not go.
That we improve.
I'm already shaky because it's already looking kind of glitchy, which is bothersome. Because I couldn't figure out why it did that last time.
Yeah, but it's weird because we were still, I mean, from what I remember, we were still able to score goals. Yeah. It's not like we were a complete, I don't think that impacted us a ton. I don't think that was the reason last time's effort went the way it did. That just felt like one of those nights where it was just like, that
was just an added thing that sucked about it.
Absolutely.
I think there was like 1 or 2 where it lagged just enough that I missed a goal or something.
Right.
I seem to recall that, but I think you're right. I don't think that. I think the reason's unknown. We just didn't have it.
Yeah. The reason is it just was not meant to be. Sometimes it's your night, sometimes it's not. And to your point, that's shit. That's when it's the worst, is when you're on like a breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if it kicks in there, you're like, oh shit. Oh.
Okay.
That's all right. You meant to do that.
Damn. They got the big old goofball Victor Hedman.
Yeah, that dude.
Hate his guts.
Yes.
Talked about Tampa tonight. I didn't bring him up, but God, I hate him.
Oh yeah.
Kucherov. I hate Kucherov.
Yep. Stammer.
I hate their guts.
Dude,
but
same.
I respect them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Again, that's another one of those teams where it's like, I can't believe I'm saying something like that.
And yeah, it's still kind of weird to get the equilibrium of Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay Lightning are an elite franchise. Like, it's just not something you ever thought you would say.
And that you'd be kind of okay with it.
Right. Like, you know what? This isn't that bothersome. Except I will forever dislike John Cooper, their head coach, who would rather send texts than sign autographs for paying customers.
Oh boy. I'm getting the feeling we're in for it tonight.
Hopefully not. We did have a good little rush there for a little bit, so that bodes well.
Yeah. Markstrom actually stopped that 3-3 record. Ugh.
Yeah, dude.
Not great.
Not good numbers. Not what you want.
Number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. To go 500. Come on, mystery guy.
Oh my God, that was the thing. Remember the very last game, mystery guy was the hero, like in closing seconds, just to get it erased away from him.
Yeah, like 2.5 seconds later.
That was disgusting.
It was gross. And you're like, wow. So all this pomp and circumstance for just nothing. Because we had literally just been saying mystery guy's been kind of quiet this year. And then he scores, and then his moment in the sun is ruined by whomever.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's
yeah.
I tried to erase that night.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Oh man.
Handsome ass Miles Wood.
Hell yeah.
With his missing teeth. All right, so I got to get in a gear discussion. Oh, wow, what? I was about to make a play for the puck, and I was like, oh, I should probably not.
I'm past where I'm supposed to be.
We have to have a gear discussion, even though it's wrapped around an injury discussion.
Let's do it.
Aaron Rodgers gets hurt four plays into his Jets career.
Dude.
But didn't he look good doing it?
Oh, my God.
Dude, what? Never go back.
Seriously.
Because God, those are good.
Even the whites are glorious, man. It's that helmet. It's the logo. That white face mask is so fucking good, dude. I don't know how that didn't go in.
I know.
Those look so great to be back on the field, man. And I feel like the only thing that would have made it better is if Buffalo had like the Jim Kelly eras.
Yeah.
You know, bring that red helmet back. And I mean, I'm not complaining about what they have now. What they have now is great. But when we're seeing all these throwbacks kind of come back into our life, let's bring them out a couple games a year.
Yeah. I would prefer Buffalo stay with what they have as far as like their overall, but yeah,
absolutely.
Dude,
yeah.
Like exactly how the Jets are doing theirs this
alternate day. Yeah.
But and what a move by the Jets to on opening day
bust those out at home Monday night. Yeah. And it's like gutsy move because you go white at home, but those sack exchanges are so fucking awesome. And you know, man, Aaron Rodgers is polarizing. A lot of people don't like him. I like him as a dude. He doesn't seem to be like, you know, probably the most encouraging teammate sometimes, or, you know, if you're Aaron Rodgers' family, you probably don't like him very much, but he's a very intelligent guy, very free thinker. And it sucks to see that happen. I mean, it sucks to see that happen to any player. Honestly, you hate that shit. And I mean, he's almost 40, man. So
it's probably over for him.
Yeah, and if not, it's like, what is he going to be on the other side of this? And I mean, he's Aaron Rodgers, so it's like I don't want to like write him off, but man, he's going to be 40 coming off of that thing. Like that's a torn Achilles, and I feel bad for Jets fans, dude.
Mhm.
Like you're the Jets, you haven't had really shit to get excited about in a while. You have this really good team that's put together. The only thing you were missing was a quarterback, and you went out and you got an all-time great again from Green Bay,
Mhm.
and like you said, 4 plays in, Achilles goes, and I didn't even see it, man. I didn't even see it like live. You know, I woke up the next day and diplomacy hours. What happened last night's game? Okay, the Jets won, and then you kind of look into it, and it's like, wait, what happened?
Mm.
You know, so literally worst case scenario for the Jets. But the New York Sack exchanges look awesome.
It's just such a clean. I mean, you start with that helmet.
Absolutely, dude.
I don't want to see anything else on them. I don't dislike what they currently wear, but like,
Right.
these are just so much better.
Exactly, dude. And you know, we're going to see that a lot this year with a lot of these kind of, you know, a lot of throwbacks coming back for the NFL. I mean, you know, even the Oilers gimmicks are coming back. So, which is, I mean, it's still weird to see the Tex or the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, what do you do there? But there's a lot coming back, man. It's going to be cool. I wish every team would just do it, or at least, you know, the ones that have drastically different shit than what they do now. I mean, it's a merch mover, man. If you want to make money, bring your throwbacks back. It works. Shit.
Speaking of hockey, though, and throwbacks and merch, though, these new, now no longer new Shark sweaters still impossible to find, even on NHL Shop.
Yep.
Like,
it's ridiculous.
Why is this a thing still?
I can't figure it out. And I've peeked at, you know, the Flyers situation because I'm like, eventually I'm going to want one. And they're nowhere to be found up there. And furthermore, it's like the old, you know, I shouldn't say old style because it's been 10 minutes since they've been wearing them, but the ones that they changed from, those are full price. And it's like, okay, hold on, man. So if you're not going to have the updated shit, why are you not at least selling the previous things that the team are no longer wearing, be it Sharks or Flyers or whoever? Why is that still full price? The hell's going on here?
Yeah, how are we not trying to move old merch so we can get the new stuff in?
Right. I mean, dude, I get if it's, you know, I mean, when we grew up like 20, 25 years ago, hey, we got to wait for the latest Eastbay to come in the mail. But in this day and age, when Amazon can have anything to your house in a matter of hours, especially for the Sharks, dude, they played with these for a whole damn year.
Yeah. There's no reason that they shouldn't. There's guys now that I'd get.
Absolutely, dude.
The 3 of my former dudes are there now.
Yeah.
I would get a Blackwood 29.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, I haven't even seen them on any of the Bobo websites.
Nope.
And it's just like, none of this makes sense. Make it make sense. You know, you're costing yourself an opportunity to make money because, I mean, my only guess is, and I would hope, I don't know anybody that has, you know, been to the Shark Tank, but I mean, you got to assume they've got him at the stadium. They've got him at the barn. You know what I mean?
They have to.
But it's like, okay, so you're telling me that's the only place to get them in this day and age? Really? It just doesn't seem right.
It also just doesn't track. Because we talked, I think we may have talked about this before, like the cool thing for I've been watching, like when Blink was on tour, when they went to Calgary, the Flames made them custom sweaters.
Yeah.
They played San Jose. The Sharks made them custom sweaters. So you can make custom sweaters for Mark Hoppus, but
yeah,
you can't make a Mackenzie Blackwood.
Exactly. I can't get a Thomas Hurdle.
What's the deal?
It makes no sense, dude. None at all. And like, It not even down to like getting a custom tee, like a jersey. Not even those, because I even thought that, okay, fuck it. Next best thing is a jersey. And no dice there either. And so I don't know what's going on, man. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And if you're Fanatics and you're just taking this over, I mean, you're the conglomerate, man. You now make the sweaters and you sell them too. So I feel like, I mean, you literally have a monopoly. What the hell's the holdup here?
We're also 3 weeks from the season. Shouldn't these be available?
Exactly. Right.
Season?
I'd like a new sweater for this year, please. Well, you're going to have to wait or go see a game.
Oh,
damn. Right through the crease.
Knocked out.
Oh, shit.
Laying in the net.
But
hey,
we get a useless power play out of it.
Yes, because as anybody who's seen anything on this channel knows, we are not good.
Yeah, Sharks don't have an elite power play,
which is insane when you look at the roster. But
I know, dude. It's like this weird. I think it's become a thing at this point. It's like a mind fuck. Like we get on the power play and it's like we're already defeated. But on the flip side, we can score a lot when we're shorthanded.
Yes,
it's very bizarre.
Come back. There we go.
Oh, come on. What the hell? There we go.
Well, that's hockey for you.
Yeah, right?
There we
go. Wendy. All right, we got one on the board.
We were just bitching about our power
really?
play.
What the fuck?
And that was almost easy.
Yeah, seriously. Let's get another one of those.
All right.
So now our power play percentage won't be like 8 anymore. It'll be like 11. That feels good.
Especially after last week. I mean, there's still, or last time, there's still so much time left. So, I hate to jinx
exactly.
It. And Markstrom can always Markstrom.
Right.
But, oh, come on. Georgiev.
I was just going to say, really?
Georgiev. I mean, the man's a starting goalie in the NHL. I can't.
He is. He's one of 32.
Let's not pretend like he's Otter.
All right.
So, I mean, we asked you about the over/under and would you rather's for last week, but what are the real expectations for your Flyers this year for you?
Oh shit. Come on. Taves. Why is he still around? Honestly, dude, first of all, I hope Torts doesn't get scapegoated.
Yeah.
It really feels like, though, I mean, all right, I'm hesitant to say this because it felt different when we hired Alain Vigneault as head coach too. So completely new front office though, Jonesy, Danny Briere. So it's like conceptually the idea is we're trying to do things different. I'll believe it when I see it. It's very much like expect the worst, hope for the best. There's not going to be competing for a playoff spot this year. That's not going to happen. I mean, I would say to still like not be mathematically eliminated, like at the All-Star break would be cool. I mean, we do have a big spot this year, Stadium Series against you guys in Jersey. So there's that. And it's like, man, I bet when they scheduled that game, they didn't expect us to be dumpster dwellers. So meanwhile, you guys are awesome, but it's a good stage for the guys.
Yeah.
So, it'll be a good thing. Honestly, dude, I don't want to give like a win total or anything like that because I think that's relative. My thing's just seeing some guys develop would be nice. Guys that I never fucking A.
Yes, with 6 seconds
Hell
left.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Now let's not have a last time happen.
I know, right?
Because there are still like 6 seconds left.
Vucinovic.
Yeah, right.
I saw him streaking. I was like, oh, there he is.
Landy with the apple too. That was pretty. I think seeing guys like Owen Tippett that I never thought would be like a crucial piece of this franchise during the Giroux trade, just seeing guys like that step up, you know, having a captain would be nice.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, Torts seems like the kind of guy who is going to make somebody earn it, though. He's not just going to give it a C because there needs to be a C.
Absolutely do, which I like about him. I do, you know, because it's like, and I saw the three names that are like, well, who would it be? Would it be Couturier, Scotty Lawton, or TK? And it's like all these dudes, other than Coots, have been brought up in trade rumors.
Yeah.
You know, and Coots is made of peanut brittle, so he's always injured. And that's, I think a lot of it for me is that it's like, who's going to survive this year? You know, is Carter Hart still going to be there? Is Travis Konechny still going to be there? Is there going to be like an actual nucleus to build around when you get Cutter Gauthier up there, when you get Michkov in a couple of years? Like, is there going to be something there for those guys to work with? Or are you just putting like all your eggs in their basket and hoping that those two alone are going to get you there? You know, because it's like there is a lot of young talent. Cam York is a talented young defenseman. Like, there are players. I don't remember where I saw it, if it was NHL.com or what, but it was like the Flyers have a top 10 prospect pipeline. And that wasn't the case really before the last year or so, you know, because it was really solid under Hextall, and then Chuck Fletcher happened. So that kind of just obliterated everything. But I mean, Cutter Gauthier and Michkov make up for a lot of that. So there is an element of like, we kind of, you're not going to know exactly what this team's ceiling is until you see one or both of those dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's a 2-3 year project, man, but I would say it would be nice to be able to compete for a wild card spot next year. You know, this year, let's just see some improvement from dudes and see who survives and who gets traded.
So on a game by game basis, like, what are you hoping to see? Like, if you flip on the Flyers,
just be aggressive, man. Just play Flyers hockey, play Torts brand of hockey, be tough. You know, if you're going to lose, and I don't want to do the Broad Street bully thing, right? Because like that's what if you look at Flyers social media, that's what all of it is just like, we need to play the way we did in the 70s with Dave Schultz and all them. And it's just like, no, you don't. That isn't necessary, actually, but just don't get physically pushed around. You know what I mean? Talent wise, we're not going to be able to hang with most teams, but if you play hard, if you play together, if you buy in to the message, and you know, you'll at least be able to play together enough to where as a unit you won't be able to get pushed around the fucking barn every night and it's a complete joke. And then you look around Wells Fargo in, you know, January and February and people are leaving. Like, that isn't supposed to happen. And just be competitive, man. Just be competitive is it. You know, I'm not going to get furious if it's a loss. Like, I'm not going to be thrilled, of course, but
nobody wants to watch your squad lose.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not going to be like, you know, oh, night one gets here, game one against Columbus. If we lose 4-3, I'm not going to be breaking shit. You know, I expect to lose a lot of games this year, but just be competitive, man. Give the team something to build off of in years to come, because there hasn't been a whole lot.
You brought up the Stadium Series. I actually like the matchup a lot, not only because it's, you know, our guys.
Yeah.
But last season, you guys played us tough. I mean, I think we won the series, but like most games, like a couple early games, you guys won from us. And you played us like, I had to sweat out a lot of Flyers games, which you wouldn't have thought.
And see, it was because, I mean, I didn't lock in last year the way I would have liked to. I'll be back this year, but I still remembered. I still check scores and box scores and shit. And it did seem like every single time we played you guys, it was closer than I thought it would be at the beginning of the day. And it's weird because, you know, you guys are roster wise far superior to us, but games aren't won and lost on paper, and it's matchups in any sport, and that's what I'm saying. Just if we look like we did against you guys most nights, just be chippy, just be, don't be a complete tire fire. I'm good, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if kind of how this front office handles shit, because in years past the classic move would be, okay, if you do start, I don't know, 0-5-1, like fire the coach. It's not, and I'm not knocking the players we've had over the years, but it's like you cycle through all these coaches. At what point does the accountability lie with the players?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you've cycled everybody out now from that era of the franchise, except for Sean Couturier. And, but Giroux's not there anymore. You don't have, fucking Jake Voracek, guys like that anymore. So you're trying to change the culture, and it can be done. But I think if you hire a guy like Torts, you can't cut his nuts off either. You have to let him do what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of my main mission, is just like, I hope he survives the year, because that's very much like the vintage Flyers thing to do, is when it goes really bad, let's just change the coach up. And all that does is, like, there are times where you have to fire a coach.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I mean, it happens. Andy Reid in Philly after 14 years, the message went stale. It is what it is. But I mean, Alain Vigneault lost the locker room, and I will give you that. But other than that, we fired Laviolette, I think 2 years after going to the Cup, after 3 games into the season. We fired Chief Craig Berube very early on in the year, and I wasn't a big Craig Berube guy, but it's still like, man, you can't make these decisions emotionally. If you hire a coach, you've got to trust them, unless it's a fucking, they lose the locker room like AV did, or unless it's a fucking Joel Quenneville situation or something like that. Let these dudes do the thing, man, especially in a sport like hockey, where most of the head coaching hires are just recycled dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not, in football, you get a lot of times it's the hot coordinator. Every year there's a hot coordinator or two that comes up and rises up through the ranks, and you see them get hired and get elevated. That doesn't really happen in hockey a shit ton. It's always the same dudes, fucking Todd McClellan and, fucking Babcock still getting jobs. Yeah. And, I mean, look how long Lindy Ruff's been around. Even Peter Laviolette, you know what I mean?
Yep. So
that's what it is. So I don't know, man. I like Torts. I think it's a very Philly hire. And I hope he sticks around for when shit gets good.
Well, I mean, the problem isn't coaching.
Right.
I mean, that's for sure. I would think that just in the fact that that these next couple seasons aren't going to be good, you give him this season, you give him at least next season.
Absolutely.
Let's get the system in place with players that fit the system. Why can't we beat Annie Ranta?
Dude, we're on the power play too. Our power play was hot.
Yeah. But anyway, coaching isn't the problem. I mean, again, injuries, and there's a number of things that you can blame it on.
Yep.
But none of the moves you guys should have made, you didn't make any of them during the season last year.
Right.
You waited till the end of the season. So now you guys are going to pay for it this year.
Absolutely. And that's like my weird Flyers PTSD is the coach thing. It's just, this is how it's happened in years past. And even though it's a new regime, it's still like you get the jitters that, man, I hope it doesn't happen. But I think that's what the most frustrating part is the roster is so bad that it's like a dude like Garnett Hathaway gets you excited. And it's nothing against him. Right. I mean, he's a fine hockey player. Hell, we signed him to be a Shark here, but it's like the fact that a guy like that comes is like, oh shit, okay, like that's a name, and I don't know, man. The bar is very low. The bar is very low. And the other thing is there's not who's going to step up as like the clear leader. Like it was always Giroux. It was always going to be Giroux. And he was there for, I mean, Jesus, 14 years or however long it was. Like, and he hasn't been there for a little bit now, but somebody else has to step up and fill that role. And that's why I love the fact that there's not a captain.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Torts isn't just going to slap a C on somebody, but I also do think it's I think it's a microcosm of the state of things last year. The fact that you play an entire fucking season and nobody earns it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like it's not good to not have one. You want to have one out there, but nobody earned it. Nobody
said, hey, make sure you sew that C on me.
Yeah, it's mine. I'm taking that shit. And a lot of it, honestly, I think if he wasn't hurt last year, I think it would have been Cam Atkinson. And some of that is probably Torts bias because Cam Atkinson played for Torts in Columbus, but he's one of those guys that you bring in that's really good in the locker room, and he would have been. I got in your way, my bad.
Yeah, but they did too.
But yeah, he would have been valuable last year, not just on the ice, but in the locker room too. You know what I mean? But you do a lot of you make some moves too that are good for your locker room. You get rid of Provy, you get rid of Tony DeAngelo. And that's a good thing, man, because you don't want to have, I'm not going to call these dudes locker room cancers, but
it is bad juju.
Exactly, dude. And you don't want that shit in your locker room, man. You don't. So, I think that only bodes well. And at the end of the day, it also is only going to give the younger guys, more time to shine, more experience under their belt, so that when the going gets good, hopefully everybody's in stride and in lockstep. So it's going to be a rough stretch, man. But I'm still excited. I'm still excited, man, because you're getting Michkov, or you think you're getting Michkov in a couple of years. Honestly, I'd rather just let Gauthier, let him play for BC and just bring him. I mean, unless he absolutely crushes it. But I don't know, man. Kind of just take this year, let dudes get experience, and let's go from there.
You almost hope, dumpster fire isn't the term, right? Like, because you don't,
hey,
you don't want them to you don't want it to be like an embarrassment.
No,
but you also don't want to win too much. You need to be somewhere high in that lottery.
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. If you net you net a top 5 pick on top of Gauthier and Michkov, now you're looking at something. I mean, you are with those two if they, are what the scouts say they are, and if they reach their potential. But if you are able to add a third high lottery, because let's face it, we're going to have a lottery pick, but in the NHL, a lottery pick is anyone that doesn't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you add another high lottery pick, that's only going to bode well for your future. So, and even more so, if you do get lucky and you land, a top 1, 2, or 3 pick, and you get one of these guys that
franchise altering,
exactly, that's going to basically be straight to the pros. I mean, fuck that. That puts the accelerator to the floor. So I definitely don't want to be, god awful, like historically awful, right? But it's like, if we can suck enough just to get more ping pong balls to pick a little higher than 7th, that would be great.
Because talk about fall from grace. The Blues were in the cup,
dude.
What, 5-6 years ago? Won the damn thing.
Yeah,
and
Gloria.
What are they now?
A dumpster fire, dude.
They are not good. We talked about them tonight, and just looking at Binner took like 60 of their starts last year. Ugh.
Fucking crazy, man. Fucking crazy, dude. I mean, and you think about what he was, the cup year, and
which was an anomaly when you look at the stats.
Yeah, but I think there's so many cases of that with goalies in hockey though, man. And it's fucking crazy because there's so many of these dudes that, I mean, hell, the Flyers have had a couple of them where you get a dude that's really, really good for a year, maybe two if you're lucky, and then you hear nothing from them again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unlike any other position in sports that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, because usually, I mean, if you're damn it. If you're a quarterback, you know, like Mark Brunell is pretty rare, you know, where it's like I'm a third stringer for 5 years and then I catch fire, you know, on the back half of my career. Exactly. Like that doesn't happen a whole lot. If you're good, you're generally good fairly early on. I mean, in hockey, dude, fuck, man. Robert Esch and Roman Czechmonic one year won the I don't think it was the Vezina, but it was whatever I'm drawing a blank as to what the trophy is. It goes to the goalie with the most wins. I want to say it's the William Jennings, but I'm not positive. You know, and after that, they kind of just evaporated. You know, Steve Mason was another one we had. He won the fucking the Calder, and we nabbed him from Columbus, and he had a really good year, and then he was just either awesome or a tire fire every other night. So, and then you didn't really hear anything from him again. It happens a lot with goalies. So it's just crazy, man. Because, you know, Binnington's one of those dudes a couple years ago. It's like Stanley Cup winning goaltender. Fuck yeah. And now, you know,
the guy who Flower wanted to fight.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
That's I don't know, man. Whatever. Get Benner out of here.
Yeah, go to hell.
I soured so fast on Benner.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean it sucks to see. I mean, because the Blues are, and I know you feel the same way. The Blues are always one of those teams we've kind of liked.
Mm-hmm.
And it I don't know, man.
Beautiful sweaters.
Absolutely. Hell yeah, dude.
I want to see them stink to high heavens in those. I wish St. Louis was closer. I'd love to go to a game.
Hell yeah, dude.
Shoot, Nashville was 10.
I was going to say St. Louis, I can imagine
18?
would be, 14, 16, maybe. Probably more. I mean, it would be fun, though. It'd be cool to see the arch, you know, but they're
mad.
Yeah, dude, they're pissed. This doesn't feel well for our boy Markstrom.
Mm-mm. I am excited for hockey season to resume, though, because I mean, I don't know.
It's close, dude.
The Mets have stunk, so like I've pretty much been checked out on baseball, other than, you know, kind of looking at stuff for fantasy.
Right.
Like, I mean, we dealt both the big signings from the last 2 years already.
Yeah.
They're gone. And so it's like, all right, well, it's a mini rebuild starting probably next season, which means I've got to get through the rest of this season, which has been miserable.
Yep.
And then I gotta, how did I miss that so bad? And then there we go. We'll take it.
Empty netter.
That pretty much secures the dub.
Yep.
So we'll take an empty netter. But yeah, it's just been garbage, the Mets.
Yeah, dude.
So, you know, what do I got to look forward to? Well, a retooled Phoenix Suns and my New Jersey Devils.
Hell yeah, dude.
Get them back on the ice, please.
It's about to be the best time of year, man. No hot, gross weather anymore.
Mm-hmm. It was like, because we live in Virginia, folks, so it's generally speaking gross from anywhere as early as March.
Yes.
Into September.
Yep.
The last like 5 to 10 years, we've had reasonable Septembers. So I think that's why it's been weird.
Yeah, dude.
But we've had a ridiculously hot September.
Dude, it sucked. And it's finally starting to hit the point where it's like, it doesn't feel awful out here.
Today was kind of awesome.
Yeah,
Like
and
somewhere in the 80s with an awesome breeze all day.
Yeah,
now,
man.
Granted, that's from a hurricane, but
yeah. So sucks to be you somewhere, but tomorrow's supposed to be even better. But it's like you're getting to hoodie season,
Mhm.
you know, and
sweater season.
hockey sweater season, and here we are. So Halloween, and yeah, dude,
We're at 48.
holy shit.
Do you think? I think we're pushing it if we try to get another one in.
Yeah, only because I hate Thursday night games, dude. Only because the birds.
Yeah.
But damn, where the hell did the night go? But we did win both, dude.
Yeah, 2 wins. We didn't play terrible. You know, we didn't bang them up. Those 2 wins felt like last year wins. Like,
yes,
where it's like sludge.
We earned them. Yeah. We earned them. But it's like, okay, hopefully this is like get the cobwebs out, get back in stride for next week. You know, speaking of Tampa, who we were just talking about earlier, that's who we got next time. So I mean, it could be worse, man. We could grind like hell and still lose. So,
yes.
You know, at least we come away with 4 points. It looks good to see a 6 and be a couple up in the win column now.
Yay.
You know,
good
so
for us.
Hooray.
3-4-3 in our last 10. That means we started 3-0 and we were riding high.
Holy shit. Yeah.
We were riding high.
Jesus, man.
And last week, really. Again, we don't expect to win them all, folks. Like, please don't take that as what we're saying. But if you watch last week's game, I think. All right, let's trot down memory lane.
I was going to say, let's what
jog
game
memory.
Was it? Because it was definitely. I mean, a loss sucks, but some hurt worse than others for sure.
All right, so let's go to October 2023. So the losing streak starts with Minnesota, a 3-2 loss. Yeah, coming off of like smoking St. Louis, a 3-2 loss against Minnesota. I think we just got outplayed there.
Yeah,
and then this 4-3 shootout loss with Winnipeg, and then we get stomped by Winnipeg.
Yes.
So we had like 2 losing weeks and losing weeks on this on
leading up to. Yeah, I want to say Detroit was the rage level game.
Yeah,
because I think mystery guy gave us the win, like we were saying, and then they scored immediately to tie it up, send it to overtime. I'm almost positive that's the one. Fuck that game, man.
Yeah, 4-3, and then we lose to Winnipeg again.
In the Isles.
And then Isles. That one was frustrating too, but I don't remember why.
Yeah, I think, man, shootouts are just cheeks.
Yeah. I think that was another, like, they scored a goal in closing seconds or something. It's like,
right.
What the hell?
Yeah. How the hell did this happen?
So we're not as far as I thought we were, but we still are almost 2 full months ahead. So it's okay. Like now.
Yeah, dude.
We should still stay ahead. And folks, if you are watching this, afterward, if you get this far, I think what might be a fun thing to do is to port this, since it's hockey, over to Barn Chirpers, and then you and I for Gear Freaks start playing football, because the channel seems to be like really getting some football traction.
It's football season too, so yeah, dude, and we can figure out which game to bust out. But I think you're onto it,
because people seem to want to see that from us. So
hell yeah.
If I'm wrong, say so in the comments. Would love to hear it.
Yeah.
But until that, we'll see you guys next week. Oh, I should probably get this ready. I never remember what to do. So.
It'd be like that.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Much love.